Hello. Hello and welcome to Ero season 8, I think. F5 round 10 in Spa, looking very grim. Potential for rain. We would love to see it. Looks very overcast. Could be pouring it down for the race. We can dream. So, who's going to be out first? Nobody knows. Someone's out at shape maps. I don't know what shape maps. It looks a little bit wet. Is it? No. Shape maps are jumping all over the place. Hopefully my internet is fine. Hopefully Vinral's internet is okay as well. No serious issues recently. But never mind, it's supposed to be resolved, so we shall see. Whilst we watch Shade Mabs jump all over the place around the track. It looks so horrible, I'm not going to watch him. Let's watch Zolf instead, why not? No, we just clicked on him. We'll go to someone else when they get around the lap, but for now, we'll watch the Ferrari. Hopefully it doesn't throw it through a Rouge into a wall. Not yet. Who will be first to go? That should be a question in the poll for the YouTube viewers. Who will bin it in a Rouge first? Now my bet would have been on Elliot Parker, however, he's not here. Nobody knows where he is. We hope he's okay, but he's probably asleep. Who knows? Everybody out now. Oh, that's a massive lie. He's got 4 drivers still in the pit. Sukol, or Zukol, whatever you want to call him, has retired. He's got a qualifying ban, so he has not even decided to do an out and in lap to sort his setup out. He's just retired. Why not? So we've got people starting laps now, so we'll probably watch them. Shade Mabs on an absolute flyer. Sometimes difficult to tell. So he does use chase cam, which is pretty disgusting. Claims he can't do it any other way. I'm sure if he tried it'd be quicker, but it's the way it is. We'll watch Vinral's instead, and hopefully he won't be jumping around as much as Shade Mabs. Seems to have it under control today. No internet issues. Will he bin it at Eau Rouge? We'll soon find out. Not this time. Who's next up? Tin Liza. Official Beyblade has not done Beyblade things just yet. Leandro on his outlap. Nothing doing for him. Who else is there? Black Wolf just gone through. Boyman about to approach Eau Rouge on a flying lap. No dramas. Absolutely no dramas. Next up, Zolf. What can he do? He can go through unscathed. As you may have noticed, what we're doing today in qualifying is watching people go through Eau Rouge. Pretty flat out from Lee Webb there, so he's obviously comfortable in his setup, confident. So no fallers at the first lap, as we do have Boyman getting past Leandro. The Shade Mabs sets an absolutely blistering time of a 1:48.5. We'll see just how blistering it is momentarily as somebody has gone. Zolf is in the grass. We just about missed it, but he's got going again and no damage done, only to his dignity. Here comes Sully through Eau Rouge for the first time. Fairly comfortable. Quite sad to see as Vinral's sets a lap 4 seconds quicker than Shade Mabs. Absolute brilliant stuff. Tim Liza, the Beyblade, not too far behind. Will he keep pushing as Boyman sets the fastest lap of the session so far, 1:44.6. No Beyblade things just yet. Vindel's already gone through. Istvod's on the out lap. Who is next up? I think it's Rocha. No problems. Boyman next through a Rouge. Not really pushing. Lee Webb says the fastest lap of the session. Who he has been in stunning form this season, it has to be said. This game suits him well. Last season he had a troubled start. To be honest, quite a few clowns actually knocked him off the track in a couple of races, and he was very unlucky. I created the wonderful Lee Webb meme of Ero, which I won't... oh, Parker's joined. Happy days. I won't repeat because it is a profanity. But yes, those from last season know exactly what I'm talking about. So Elliot Parker's joined. Congratulations to him. He's woke up and he's joined the session. So I suppose an unauthorised or unreported absent, whatever you want to call it, is not valid because he's joined. There we are. We don't have latecomers in F5. We don't wait around and mess around with our lives waiting for people. I'm afraid if you're late, you're late. And you're lucky to even participate at all, to be honest. So nothing really happening now. A few people on out laps. Leandro sets the fastest lap of the session. This man should be in F4. Really, I don't know who put him F5 was an idiot. It should be in F4. It's too fast, really. He's won his debut race. Performed quite well last weekend, but inexperience cost him a better position. I think he finished second, to be fair. He could have probably won it, but first in his first race, second in his second race. Will he be third in his third race? Who knows? Sully has gone off the track significantly. Probably on the in lap, though. There's a Villeneuve coming around the bend. We'll see a Mercedes off the track, and he'll be very, very confused. A pretty good line from Villeneuve, quite impressive. Does appear to be on a flying lap, so we will stick with him. ERS running very low. Sully is certainly doing something. A few people not set lap. Zolf not managed to set a lap. That's unfortunate for him. So even Shade Maps is ahead of him so far. And yeah, quite a few others as well. Elliot Parker not picked a car yet. Oh, Vino Pits. Can't really get there. Oh, there's Parker. He's plonked himself in his Red Bull. Well done. And he'll be out soon for a qualifying lap. Still no fallers at Eau Rouge. We can dream. I'm really surprised, actually. I'm surprised there's no one else. I say no one else at all has gone yet at this corner. Finrals and Boyman getting very close to one another on the outlap. It reminds me of Monza last year in F3, where myself, Stevie, and Andreas involved in a small incident where it resulted in 3 DNFs, but that was on an outlap in Monza qualifying. Well done us. Clear, skilled drivers. And funnily enough, no one reported it because we're not toxic clowns, but you know, that's racing. That's league racing. It happens. Some are good, some are bad, as Rocha is on the 144.999. It's pretty much almost Lewis Hamilton calling for emergency services. Wanting to go faster. So, of course, we have the Red Bulls of Parker and Black Wolf. They're going to be a bit down in the dumps today. They've been hit with a $7 million fine. And, of course, less research time. next season due to their cost cap infringements. So who wants to be associated with the Red Bull name today? Not me, that's for sure. Pretty poor accounting, perhaps they need better ones. There's plenty out there. All F1 teams need good accountants nowadays with the cost cap. And sadly there's not many good accountants about. Certainly not at Red Bull. All the other teams, of course, must have decent ones. Apart from perhaps Aston Martin, they made a submission error, which is a very costly submission error. I hope they do dock it out that person's wages. A £350,000 fine for misreporting something, apparently. They were under the cap, no issues, but they put a number in the wrong box or something or another. And they'll be needing to find a box for the £350,000 fine that they've got themselves today. But enough about money, hopefully that's closed now. No one will whinge too much. I'm looking at you, Toto Wolff. We know he's watching, of course. He's a big fan, is Toto, of Ero. Specifically, a supporter of this man, Tim Leiser, his compatriot, German. I don't think we have any more Germans on the grid today. But even if he wasn't German, I'm sure he'd support the Beyblade. What a legend. Bit slow with the standings though, isn't he? But, you know, we can't have everything, I guess. Only joking. He's got some stick this week, but not deserved. Leave the man to it, and he'll sort it out. The stewards have been quite slow this week. To be honest, there was an appeal of an incident. Normal steward, Jacob. There's a little bit of traffic there, but no, he's not slow. He's very quick indeed. And then there was an appeal, which of course he can't do anything about. He's the original steward, and the appeal took 5 days, 6 days to resolve. Gotta be honest, the verdict didn't really change much. One penalty point was dropped from one person and added to another. Makes no difference to anyone's lives, and we've all wasted our time looking at that for the whole week. But never mind, they enjoy doing it, and we appreciate the work that the stewards have done on it. Just rather seem like a little bit of a waste of time, but well, that's life. As we still see nobody a minute at Eau Rouge. Like I say, my bet is on this man, Elliot Parker. When he's not on an outlap, we're going to follow him, and he'll send it straight into the wall at Eau Rouge on his first lap. There's my prediction. Someone's got to bin it there, surely. I mean, you'd hope so, really. It'd be quite boring if no one binned it at Eau Rouge, especially in the race. The weather seems to have brightened up slightly, which is quite disappointing. We could have done with a bit of a rain shower. But perhaps saving it for the race certainly is everyone's dream. As I think we're about to see Vinrals go through Eau Rouge. No, we're not. It's the other man. Istvod. Just appears at the top of the hill. No dramas. It's Leandro. Sets an even quicker time. Again. Wrong league, wrong division. Here comes Blackwall through Eau Rouge. What a view. Still no one bins it. Everyone's very scared of Eau Rouge today, aren't they? Very scared indeed. Leandro on in-lap, he won't bin it. Sully on an outlap. Doubtful. Vries about to go through as well. I mean, this is the slowest I've ever seen anyone take Eau Rouge in my life. Here comes the man. Oh, Nico Hilton on his outlap, perhaps. He's almost been in the wall, but no. But here is the man, Elliot Parker. Will he park it into the wall? Through Eau Rouge on his flying lap. No. Surprising. There's a yellow flag ahead. What's happened? A very slow-moving Alpha Tauri of Vries. I think that's probably his hot lap speed, to be fair, but nonetheless, still a snail. As no one's getting near that time from Leandro. Pretty disgusting. But, you know, what can you do? Boyman a bit of a surprise me in P3. It's very, very close. Look at this. 144.5. Down to Villeneuve, 144.6. Oh, almost 7 again. Tim Lies not too far behind. And Vries, in fairness to him, is not as slow as I make out in P7. So Nico Hilterman is as slow as I make out and always has been. I thought Shademabs was the slowest ever ERO driver until I saw Nico Hilterman. And I now realise I was mistaken. This man is actually the true snail of motor racing. But he's there. Elliot Parker's catching him up, and they're both on flying laps, to be honest. So Hilterman not obliged to get out of the way. And they're going to collide. They're going to collide. Oh, what have you done, Elliot? Oh, my word, you moron. So he's going to obviously go mental at Hilterman. But Hilterman's on a flying lap. Hilterman is on a flying lap. And I'm sorry, Elliot. You can't just smash into the back of someone. That's absolute nonsense. Even if you think, oh, well, they're going to jump out of the way. Well, no. And I can't really say Parker was on a good flying lap. He's done a 154.0. I mean, he's not lost 10 seconds in that little scuffle. So I'm afraid the verdict from the commentator, and I will point out I'm not a steward, the verdict from the commentator is 100% Lady Parker's fault, qualifying ban at next time out. Ridiculous decision, as Hilterman Pitts probably got damaged from that massive shunt. But he's going to start at the back with his teammate Suckle. In fact, Suckle is not going to start last after serving the qualifying ban, which is hilarious. That's the way it goes. Leandro Pitts, not got his timing right at all. But that's pretty much pole position. He can put his feet up for a while. There'll be no dramas. With that pace, he's going to win by a country mile. But here comes Vinrals on his last flying lap. If he wants pole position, he needs to find a significant amount of time. So he will send it into a Rouge. And still nobody's lost it at a Rouge. This is quite incredible. Here comes Boyman. Oh, he's lifted. What a coward. Absolute coward. No, you're not going to get a pole like that if you're lifting through a Rouge. Absolute coward. As Tim Liza hasn't quite done Beyblade things, but he's considerably off the circuit. Who else is still on a flyer? Villeneuve has just started a flying lap. Will he lift through a Rouge? Not at all. Full throttle all the way. This courage deserves a better time than P5. No one going to cross the line for a while now. Next across, I think, is Tim Liza, who's massively down on his time. He won't be improving. He'll be pitting, no doubt. Zolf needs to make up a few positions. A few tenths will do that for him. So hopefully he can put a lap together. As Villeneuve just goes through, starting the tricky sector 2. Beautiful line. Just about squeezes as much from the track as he can. Tim Liza does indeed pit as Zolf is about to cross the line. Villeneuve's teammate is about to cross the line, and it's an absolute shambles of a time. Why did you make me watch that? As Boyman next to cross it, is he any better than the previous two? He's carrying on, so I think he's improving. He has improved. He's gone P2, 144.2. Next across the line and the last across the line is João Santos. The Ferrari of Villeneuve needs to absolutely send it into this last chicane. Hard on the brakes. Quick turn right. Flick it left through this corner. Use all the exit. Get on the throttle as quickly as possible to cross the line. A 144.4 goes P3 just behind his championship rival Boyman. And of course his other rival, Vinrals, not too far behind as well. Pretty close qualifying in the end. Leandro too fast, clearly. The new Stephen Pradbu of F5, by the looks of it. Lee Webb, another solid performance. Tim Liza P5. Well done to the Beyblade. Rocha has collided with someone and got himself a 5th-place grid penalty. Naughty, naughty. Elliot Parker's going to be getting significantly more than a 5th-place grid drop if my gut instinct is correct. For the next race, of course, we can't do it that quickly. So, all qualifying band that starts P15. And Nico Hilterman brings up the rear after failing to set a time. Let's have a quick look to see what Rocha did. Grid penalty, collision with Black Wolf. Will that be reported? I mean, to be honest, if the Parker and Hilterman collision didn't get a penalty, that must have been significant between those guys, but who knows? Do. Oh, it's sunny. That does depress me. Never mind, it's Spa, the walls are close, there's gravel traps everywhere. And turn 1 can cause a little bit of drama. No formation lap today, so we're straight into the action. Beautiful view as Leandro starts on pole for the first time, I believe. It's lights out and away they go for the Spa Grand Prix in F5. Pretty even start from the front runners as Boyman cheats and goes completely off the track, carrying a lot of momentum as there's a spinner in the background. Sully to the back of the field. Vinrals has got past Villeneuve. So we see Vinrals and Boyman very, very close to one another. Everyone on the medium tyres, apart from Parker on the softs and Suckle on the hards. Boyman goes for the lead. Vinrals not too far behind. Will he send it down on the inside? Oh no, Boyman and Leandro very close to one another. Vinrals trying to go round the outside into the inside of this corner. Lee Webb also now in the mix as Boyman's going to streak away at this rate. What a beautiful view that is. Lee Webb made up a couple of positions, well done. Villeneuve had a dreadful start, just going backwards by the looks of it. Zolf all over the back of Tim Liza, but he's got Rocha and Vries very close behind for company. Villeneuve sticking on the back of Lee Webb. Oh, Lee Webb's lost it. He's gone. He's gone. He's spun. Massive issue. Very, very sad for him as Parker has just absolutely sent it on his FOD. Oh, there's a car going backwards. 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Villeneuve. That must have been substantial. Has Villeneuve got damage? I expect so. If there's a severe collision, and it's absolute drama everywhere. Villeneuve, has he got damage? Yes, I mean, that's massive damage, isn't it? He's lost his front wing. So there's been a massive collision between Vinrals and Villeneuve. Villeneuve obviously going to pit. Oh, this is going to be carnage. Oh no. Oh my word. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. So Villeneuve has got to go around again. Oh dear. That was interesting. Anyway, further forward, there was hopefully less carnage than whatever happened there. But yeah, Vinrals and Villeneuve come together. I don't know what happened, but something did. As Leandro is going to dive down the... No, he's not. He's going to be boring. But Zolf's going to dive down the inside of Tim Liza. Tim Liza not defending at all. Tim Liza going around the outside. We can't see anything. They're giving each other beautiful space. Wonderful driving from both these drivers. They're very respectful, both of them. As Vries joins the party, is he going to send one down the inside? He almost goes into the back of Tim Liza. but not quite. The Beyblade staying in one straight line for now, as Zolf appears to be struggling. He's got 3 cars very close behind him, as Nico Hildeman and Shaden are going hammer and tongs in P9 and P10. And that shows you how many people have had issues if they're battling. Lee Webb slicing through the field after that. But oh no! Shade Mabs is around the outside as someone's gone. Nico Hildeman has lost it. Oh dear, things have happened. Who is close? Vindel's making his way through. Shade Mabs are going to get overtaken by Sukol momentarily. Russia all over the back of Reese, side by side in fact. With Tim Liza just ahead. Oh, just careful, he's going to send it down the inside of the chicane, absolutely. Full send, dive bomb, where are we? There we go, he goes for it, Russia. Beautiful, beautiful move. He's going to get a much better line. Will he have the switchback? He's not really switchback enough. That was poor from Russia there, but great little dive bomb there. We love to see that little send. No contact made, so well done to both drivers there. Perfect stuff. As Leandro still close to Boyman, we should see a battle further forward as Villeneuve now does manage to pit without driving through several drivers. But Leandro, he's got DRS now. Can he make the move on Boyman? Send it down the inside? No, he has to stay behind. As Boyman not using much ERS, so obviously doing quite well with that. Who else is battling? Nobody really. Sully and Vinals are quite close to one another, but Vinals probably got the pace here. Goes defensive. Sully around the outside. Beautiful move. Side-by-side action through this tricky section of corners. Still no contact. Some great racing by these guys tonight. Some wonderful stuff. Who's going to be first to cause a safety car? We don't know, as Nico Hildeman has to replace his front wing. Very, very unfortunate for him, as Villeneuve in the world of his own. No doubt praying for a safety car, but on those hard tyres could perhaps go to the end. So not overly bad, considering the issues he's had. As Leandro's gone! Leandro has lost it. That's got to be a safety car, surely. Oh, there's a car in the middle of the track. That has to be a safety car. It is a virtual safety car, which is absolutely ridiculous. How that isn't a safety car, I have no idea. But Leandro has had an absolute nightmare and failed spectacularly in the pressure of trying to keep with Boyman. And that's ruined the race. That's ruined the race. And he should be ashamed of himself. What a spoil sport. How is that not a full floor safety car? It is just a virtual, as Black Wolf takes the opportunity for a cheap pit stop under the virtual safety car. So we do now go green though, so Zolf's going to be under pressure by Tim Liza just behind. DRS has been enabled, so Tim Liza going to have a run at him here. They are 6 seconds behind Boyman. It's just disturbing. This is. No one wants to see anyone run away with it. Slow down a bit, Boyman. Good lad. Thank you. But Liza not close enough, but Russia is going to send it down the inside of Reese. Terrible camera angle, can't see anything. Russia gets the move done, beautiful stuff. There's Parker on those soft tyres, trying to get past Sukol. Sukol shows in the outside. Sukol doesn't defend at all there, it's pretty boring. And now nothing's happening, and we can probably have a bit of a nap until the next DNF. Well, there has to be a safety car at the next DNF, there just has to be. How that's not a safety car with Leandro? The game disturbs me at times. I mean, there's a car in the middle of the track. I mean, there was a safety car the other week. There was a front wing end plate on the track, and a safety car was deployed. Wasn't even any DNF. And this week we've got a car, you know, across the track, dangerous position. No safety car. Well done, Codemasters. Well done, EA. You are absolutely useless. Yeah, no more needs to be said. Sukol and Parker are going side by side. Well, they were, and Elliot Parker sadly has spun. Oh dear. But never mind, he's still in the race. As everyone is separated by over a second. Boringville alert. probably not worth watching. I'd encourage you to go and make a cup of tea. Nothing's going to happen. Tim Liza, absolutely miles back. He's almost in, I don't know, Denmark. Does Denmark neighbour Belgium? Perhaps, I don't know. Geography needs to improve. Lee Webb, close to Istvod. This could be the battle. Oh, Lee Webb all over the back of Istvod. Istvod obviously slow at this part of the Grand Prix. Lee Webb clearly having that issue at the start. Got more pace in the tank than his position shows. His position currently P7. Which coincidentally is the position that Fernando Alonso eventually finished the US Grand Prix. Lee Webb's not going to send it down here. And of course, Fernando did get relegated to P16 initially, with Haas complaining like little babies. As here comes Lee Webb down the inside of Istvod. What a great move that was. Very opportunistic. Istvod have a really poor exit. And Lee Webb all the way through. Easy as you like. But yes, as I'm saying, Haas crying like little babies. And sadly, they were 24 minutes too late, which Alpine pointed out. Therefore, the penalty got reversed. Which, I have to be honest, I don't really understand that. As Vindels has got again. Vindels is doing donuts. Is this the new Beyblade? He's lost his front wing. It looks like he is the new Beyblade. Vindels. Original Beyblade, Tim Liza has still kept it on the road. No issues yet. Will there be one through Rouge? A slight lift, understandable, under race conditions. Not like Boyman's cowardly move in qualifying to lift off the throttle. Cowardly. Someone's gone! No, they haven't. We're panicking over nothing at all. As people are getting a little bit closer though, so that's good to see. Otherwise we'll die of boredom. We are at 6:30. Almost 25 to 7. UK time. With F4 starting at 8 o'clock. And I'm supposed to be racing in that, and I've not been on F1 in 2 weeks. Maybe 3. And I've not even done a lap of Spa in months. So this will go very well for me. Black Wolf, what a move on Shea Mabs. Too easy. As Nico Hildeman has lost it, and that is a virtual safety car. It's a full course safety car. It's a full course safety car. The safety car has been deployed. Fantastic news. Boyman not pitting. Does Zolf dive into the pits? Yes, he does. As does Rocha. No, he doesn't. Neither does Vries. Who else dives into the pit lane? Will Lee Webb take the opportunity? Yes, he does. He's got a wise head on him. Lee Webb dives into the pit lane, as does Istvod. So all the brains of the division are diving into the pit lane. As somehow, Boyman has got past the safety car. Somehow. Well, that's very interesting. He must have just got past it just before the safety car came out. Lucky boy again. Boyman gets very jammy with these safety cars. Really does, honestly. But anyway, it's happened. They've all got by. So, unfortunately, the people who pitted won't really gain that much because Boyman will be able to pit this lap anyway. And he will, no doubt he will. If he doesn't, well, his head needs checking, to be honest, because absolutely pitting the right thing to do now. Istvod onto the soft tyres, completely the wrong move. Same with Shea Mabs as well, new front wing fitted, but onto the soft tyres. Parker looking in a decent position now on the mediums, so that's good for him. Villeneuve, of course, doesn't pit, avoids the safety car like the plague. But he will be pleased to see the safety car being deployed. As am I, to be honest. Well done, Nico Hildeman. I knew there was a reason here. Cause a bit of entertainment. As I was about to commentate on Rocha making me want Tim Liza, but of course we are under safety car conditions, so I'm getting a little bit carried away. So I'm interested to see if Boyman does pit, or maybe he's going for the medium softs. Possible. But yeah, if you pit now, you have to go hard tyres to the end. And he might be not willing to do that. Perhaps it's going to rain later on the race. I don't really know. But here comes Boyman. Safely within the lines. He does indeed pit, as does, no doubt, his teammate. Yes, he does. Tim Liza not going to get hold up too much. Rocha also pits, as does Vries. No, he doesn't. Zolf already pitted. Will he come out? Crucially, will he come out in front of the guys who have pitted? This would be interesting. Here comes Zolf. He's going to at least get Tim Liza. He's not going to get Boyman. But he's made up a position, I think. Well, was Zolf behind Boyman? We don't know. Elliot Parker has got a drive-through penalty for speeding onto the safety car. What a noob. That's what you get when you wake up 5 minutes after the race begins. Bleary-eyed, doesn't know what's going on. And he's got himself a drive-through penalty. As a result, goes from bad to worse for Red Bull. On the day, they've been hit with a massive fine, as I said earlier. So somehow Vries is in the lead, which is an absolute amazement for anyone who normally watches F5. Vries is leading. I think he's friends with Boyman, which is a bit disappointing. He obviously, not being teammates, shouldn't let Boyman past. If he does, no doubt stewards will look at it very closely. How do you prove it? Not quite sure, but Zolf not too far behind, as is Rocha, Tim Liza, and Lee were probably just about in it, I don't know. There'll be another safety car. Oh, reports of strange happenings with Nico Hildeman. No idea what. But something strange happened. Well, he DNF'd in a war, so that's probably pretty weird. Don't know where he'd been actually, I missed it. But anyway, it's caused a safety car, I'm happy. Neutral fans are happy. Well done, Nico. Safety car in this lap, anyone? No, I don't think so. I think it's another lap. Time for a coffee. Be pushing it, making a coffee, wouldn't it? No, I'll leave it this time. And Vries pits now like a brainless fool. Nothing more to say on that, really. What a plonker. And from P1 to last, I mean, what on earth? Shame our pits again. Soft DM won't work, he knows this. As Boyman's back in the lead. Snore, snore, snore. Come on, Zolf. Don't let him get away. Send it on him. Do your teammate a favour. Take him out of the championship. Prost versus Senna springs to mind. Bit early to be calling this, but... I don't actually know the standings at the moment, to be honest. Boyman probably leading. Villeneuve close. Morgonius, of course, not racing tonight. Unfortunately, he's unwell. I'm sure he's watching. We wish you all the best. Get well soon. All that crap. Am I allowed to say that? Probably not. Apologies if not. But anyway, have a rest, eat some grapes. He'll be right as rain in the morning. Hopefully back for next week, which is some sort of Grand Prix. Where is it next week? Does anybody know? I don't. Where are we? Nothing's happening. Let's have a quick look. Someone no doubt put it in the YouTube comments anyway, but I am not looking at that. So I'll still have a look for my own benefit. It's Canada next week. Lovely stuff. Canada. With all the little, what are they, beavers? No, they're not beavers. They're not chipmunks. What are they? Safety car in this lap, by the way. Groundhogs. Are they groundhogs? Canada. I don't think you see any on this game because, you know, that'll be a nice little Easter egg if a groundhog ran across the track and you splattered it all over the place. But it is a 3+ game, so seems unlikely. But anyway, the safety car is finally in on this ridiculously long lap of Spa. We're about to start lap 10 as Boyman is going to bolt right now off the final corner. And away he goes. Sully's joined apparently, so he was not here for a while. But there has been a bit of a gap. So Suckle has been caught napping, and the rest of them are pretty close. Isford all over the back of Suckle on fresh, soft tyres. No doubt heated them up very quickly as Sully gets past Villeneuve despite being a ghost. Very interesting. As Zolf is gaining on Boyman. Got a great exit through a Rouge to Zolf. Boyman's on an absolute shocker through a Rouge. Or Zolf's had a great one. Who knows? Tim Liza not close enough. Surely there's got to be a move further back. As Sully has just rejoined. As Parker and Villeneuve go side by side. Oh no! Oh my word, what a collision! What a collision that was. Villeneuve is out. Parker, no front wing, that has to be another safety car, but so soon after the other one, perhaps not. We've got away with it. But Villeneuve's out after side-by-side action with Elliot Parker. Not sure what happened there. I'll have to see the replays on that one. Obviously, touch wheels, sent Villeneuve right into that wall. Devastating news for him today as he hopes for a better championship than this, and the safety car is out again. Lee Webb, 5-second penalty for annoying yellow flags, probably overtaking on the safety car. So he's going to serve that now. Don't let him by, just go. Come on, Lee, don't be this safety car idiot again. You've already took the penalty of 5 seconds, so just go. Go, 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 go. Someone kick him up the backside, will you? Well done, Lee Webb. You've already got the penalty, so, you know, you don't let him by. Just take the penalty and get on with it. Nobody fits, nobody takes advantage of that nonsense involving Lee Webb there. It's trying to do the right thing, but a little too late, but never mind. Safety cars and yellow flags and all this is a load of rubbish, really, isn't it? Isford gets past someone, Suckle pits, that's why. So what happened there to Villeneuve? Answers on a postcard. We saw it happen on stream. Side by side, a little bit of action. What happened there? Oh, it's very sad. Very sad. As we watch his teammate behind Boyman. No, I'm really disturbed by that. I'm really disturbed by that DNF. Feel free, rewind the stream, have a look at it again, let me know what you think. In YouTube or Discord, one of the two, don't really mind. What happened? What happened? We don't know. Very sad. Very sad. It ruins the championship battle, to be honest. It just ruins it. Boyman running away with it now. Morgoni's out with COVID. Is now the right time to accept Boyman's resignation for F5 that he submitted a few months ago? We can accept that, and then there'll be a championship battle. That'd be nice. Please do vote on it. I'm all for it, to be honest. Get Boyman in the commentary box with me. That'd be a bit of entertainment. Not sure he'd appreciate that, though. He'd much rather be out there racing. He has improved this year. Either that or all the fast drivers have gone. One of the two, obviously Stevie, no longer in 5. Who else has been? We had Mr. Bean last year. T-Rex, of course. Don't get me started on him, I'll start crying. He's gone. Emotional. If you are watching, Ronan, we are still thinking of you. I, for one, would vote for a rescind. Oh, Zolf, careful. I would vote for the ban being rescinded for the mighty T-Rex. I do miss talking about dinosaurs. So while the safety car's out, we could have a little bit of a dinosaur chat anyway. Did you know that crocodiles are kind of like dinosaurs, a little bit? They were around with the dinosaurs, were crocodiles. At the same time, so they survived the meteor blast when the dinos did not. And interestingly, most people think that the dinosaurs were just all vaporised when the meteor hit. That is not the case. Quite a lot